Well, alrighty then. Love bites. Yes, it does. Love bites. That's the name of the group, I believe. We the United. This is taken from the Knockin' at Heaven's Gate Part 2. Whatever all of that means is hard to be understood. But, so this group, Japanese band, all female, good-looking girls, really good-looking girls. They're singing this song. I believe it's called Love Bites. But that's the name of the band, Love Bites. We the United, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what their name is, but hey, you know, we've done weirder things. So give us a thumbs up, like and subscribe, ring ding ding the bell, and we're going to listen to whatever the hell this is. I have no idea. Okay, so here we go. Pray for us as we jump into this. Here we go.
やっと5人が揃いました。やっとみんなに会いました。ついにこの日が来ました。今こそユナイトする時なんじゃない。これがユナイテッドだ。
They can sure rock, can't they?
One
Wow.
second.
Okay, so that was loud. Loud, fast, rowdy. I don't know. I guess, I'm surprised. I don't think of the Japanese culture, which to me has always been rather quiet and reticent and subdued. And yet here these girls are heavy metal rocking out there, and the crowd just eating it up. I didn't realize that the Japanese are such fans of rock and roll. But clearly they have embraced it. It's sort of interesting. I've traveled all around the world in my life a few times, and it's interesting to me how culture and things like the peak of rock and roll. Peak of rock and roll in America was 20, 30 years ago. For my generation, anyway. Maybe I'm only seeing it from that perspective. And it seems like Japan's coming behind us in this regard. I mean, they're ahead of us in other areas, but in this particular area, the interest in rock and roll seems like it's, coming a little later. And I've seen this when I've traveled. I've gone down in the Caribbean islands. Sometimes their fashions are 10, 15, 20 years behind or ahead of what's going on in America or what's going on in Europe. And so it's interesting to see these differences in priorities. Apparently right now, rock and roll is here to stay in Japan. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I like it. What do you guys think? Get in the comment section. Give me your thoughts on that. But LOVEBITES, great group. Beautiful, beautiful women. Not just girls. I mean, I'm looking at this girl here, the lead singer. I mean, this is not a teeny bopper. This is a mature woman. And boy, she did a great job. A lot of energy. Man, these girls have a lot of energy. So it's interesting to see where this goes from here. This was a year ago. It's at 1.6 million views in a year. So cool. All right. I'm going to go find more to listen to, but get in the comment section. Give me your thoughts.